So we're going to try to clone a website right now in 4 steps. Just 4. Yeah, so it's one of the magic I just want to show us today, or just the magic rather. The magic I'm going to show us today, and I mean you can take that away for today. So basically, what happens with every website is, a web page is, a website is multiple web pages or several web pages embedded as one. Okay, so what happens here right now is in 4 steps we're going to like clone a particular website. So I'm giving you the option of choosing any website you like. So it's not specific to any to a website that I'm going to use here. So I'm going to be using Facebook here, right? So what happens is I'm going to like replicate Facebook landing page without internet after like doing these 4 steps of magic, right? So well, first thing is open the website, which I think I already have it here just to save time. I have Facebook landing page here. So what's going to happen is this page. Next thing is follow the step after opening your page. It might be Google, it might be whichever page you're trying to clone, right? Next is control alternate U. What happens with this function is you're trying to view the page source. You are trying to view the page source. So to view the page source, you either use on Windows, you use control alternate U or command alternate U. So let's do that on our own website here. So let's go to Facebook and say command alternate U. I'm using a Mac by the way. So command alternate U. So at this point, it loads the page source. The next step is copy the code. Means that copy the source code. Like select all the source that we're looking, those things written in black like Chinese that nobody understands. For now, yeah. Control A or Command A if you are using Mac, Control A if you're using Windows, and then copy. So let's just do that. Let me go to Facebook back, view the source again, and then Command A, Control C, or Command C rather. Once I copy, the next thing to do after copying is whatever you have copied, paste it in a text editor. Right now, I've not started with tooling for us, so we might not have set up like VS codes or stuff like that. So, but with any text editor right now, you would be fine. So on Windows, if you're on Windows, just type text editor. I think you would find that, and then on Mac as well, you'll find text edit, right? So, but I'm just going to be using to save time. I'm just going to be using Sublime Text here. So I'm just going to paste this in. Paste this in. Sorry about that. I'm just going to paste this in and save. So you can save it on your desktop or whichever, whether on your home screen or whatever. But ensure that you are saving as index.html. HTML here is hypertext markup language. We've not dealt with that really, but I'm just showing you this magic. You don't need to understand all those magic, all those big grammars yet. And then index is like index always tells us that this is the first page to load. Do you get? Of course, there are hierarchy when it comes to index.html and index.php, but we're not getting into that now. So index.html, save. Once you've saved this file, it will be found in your desktop. So I can just close according to my magic steps. You can just close your editor. So after closing your editor, the next thing to do is to try and launch that file. So let me look for that file. The file is index.html. Yeah, I've just saved it and launch it. Let's see magic that happens. Wow. Wow. Okay, you see, of course, it's telling me that I'm offline because I'm not connected to their data source. So everything here is Facebook. You can see it is my local host address. Do you get? So I've just cloned. Of course, if you now want to make some tweaks, you can then open the file source and then start making tweaks to it. But that is how we get some things done. Of course, some of us still use it at some point based on one or two. Do you get? But right now, if you were able to follow me with these 4 steps and you have done this, we should applaud you that you have now become a master in web development. But of course, that's not all about it. There's so many things involved. So I know you're already thinking like this my guy, thinking that okay, how much am I going to make? The next thing you want to do now is to build your own social media by cloning Facebook and then changing the logos, changing all those things. But no, there are so many things that needs to be done before you even get that. I just needed to show you that magic because I mean, for some projects that might also work or that might also be needed where you have to scrape your website or something. Do you get? So I mean, for today you should take that away. In the coming weeks or in coming sessions of videos, right? I'm going to be sharing insights on many of these things, setting it up, especially with you finding your niche around them, which one you think that would be best for you, well, based on whatever you're choosing or whichever of the field in tech you're choosing to go into, whether it is front-end web development or back-end development or UI UX, content management, whichever it is, right? Don't forget we said there's space for everybody. So, well, like I said, because you're coming from mass communication doesn't mean you have to be a content writer. You can also write code to get. If it's that you like logics, you like working with logic a lot, of course, why can't you be a backend developer where you're trying to put logics together and use cases together for projects or like apps, as well as I mean front end. If you have maybe from a graphics background, you feel that okay, you want to learn coding of how to make whatever design you're doing, you want to make it real on the web page. Of course, front end development is for you. Do you understand? So that will be all for today. I trust you enjoyed this session, and I want you to also know that my content will come based on how time avails me. Well, of course, on Tuesdays and Sundays, but it can come as web, it can come as mobile, whichever one is online. Please ensure that you follow, share with your friends, and then also ensure you're learning. One thing about this whole tech thing is practice is very key. Consistency. Yeah, let me use that word, consistency. Because when you are consistent, if you keep doing it, you definitely see that you're getting better at it. And then you can close your eyes and say, okay, I know what this is supposed to be. Even up till date, some of us who have spent quite a number of years in the system, even still face bugs that makes us say, you know what, I'm just going to grab some sleep now, right? So that's just it. So please follow, subscribe, share these videos, especially that one of 4 steps. You can share with your friends and tell them, you know what, I can build Facebook in 4 steps. Of course, don't go out there and say you can build Facebook in 4 steps, though. But I mean, it's just a way to clone Facebook in 4 steps. Please, as I said, like, share, and subscribe. You find several amazing content in coming weeks, years, months, whichever, forever. Thank you. Stay